Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Let me also welcome the members of the Provincial Executive Committee who are here with us today. Ladies and gentlemen, the ANC in the province wish to update the members of the media, the community at large in the province, about the ongoing political developments that has found expression in our own province, where the Provincial Executive Committee resolved to redeploy Comrade Sisi Ntombela, who was the Premier. That decision was then subjected, as you know, to the authority of the NEC officials in line with the adopted rules, which authorized same to adjudicate and resolve over the selection of the possible candidate for the premiership. A process which was undertaken and finalized on the 25th, which was this Monday of February. And subsequently, the decision of the same interaction of officials with the Provincial Executive Committee in line with what I've indicated here of taking through the possible candidates to the interviews was then communicated to us, indicating the suitability of Comrade Mxolisi Dukwana as the Premier-elect of the African National Congress. The ANC in the province, therefore, welcomes this development as it will bring stability through the elimination of the two centers of power in our province. We also wish to thank Comrade Mxolisi, the Deputy Chairperson, Comrade Makume, who was one of those who were identified by the Provincial Executive Committee to be subjected to the interviews, as well as Comrade Dibulelo Mahlatsi, who was one of the interviews as well, with the performance that they displayed during the interviews. We congratulate our Premier-elect, Comrade Mxolisi, who is also our chairperson, and wish him well on the task that has been assigned by the ANC. And we also know that Comrade Mxolisi, an experienced and knowledgeable cadre, who has served both the ANC and government at different capacities in the past. His experience and leadership qualities and the passion for the people of the Free State will come handy as he readies himself to execute this mammoth and task in a diligent way.
Let me start by saying all of us, fortunately, I grew in the ANC. I'm not more than 40 years in the ANC. I understand how ANC works. And in ANC, I understand there is a deployment and redeployment, and it is not for the first time for me to be redeployed. If some of you can remember, I was once the chief whip of the Free State, and I was redeployed to a National Assembly, and in National Assembly I was also redeployed back to the Free State. That's our life. If you are a politician, you must understand this thing. So Mona, there is no kingdom. Any time is tea time. So if the decision of the leaders have just decided to say, no, Ntombela, we are now redeploying you to somewhere, then I must just abide with the rules of the African National Congress. So there is no harm, comrades. That's how we work. We understand these things, and we don't have any harm against it. So I am redeployed, and I'm accepting it 100%. We must not hurry. All that we must do is to rally behind African National Congress and to work very hard to make sure that African National Congress wins election in 2024. And also to support the new premier, to make sure that where we have failed, the new premier must continue to do that good work, supporting and assist our people. Remember, it is not about us. It is about our people that are suffering. Those are the most important people. Harisheben fellow, our people should get the better life that we have promised them. I am preparing the handover report. So all the questions that we have asked, why have we failed not to erase the bucket system? We will have a media briefing. We'll explain what has happened, the budget, how is the budget, why did we fail, and all those things. So very soon when I do the handover, you'll understand the situation, or why have we failed. But all the same, that's how things are. But thank you very much. Very soon you'll have the handover. It is about time. I will also thank the people of the Free State, thank everybody, and thank, of course, my organization. There is nothing wrong about redeployment. It must happen. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Deputy Chair.
Okay, let me start by clarifying the issue of the ANC language. In the ANC language, you don't have the removing of people. In the ANC language, we deploy and redeploy. So it means you have been given a task. Whether you have performed well or good or not, the time will come when we'll reflect on those things and say, can we then redeploy you to another assignment? Which is something that the ANC is still processing about Mema Ntombela, just to respond to your question. But we don't have words like a person is being removed. So that's the first thing. The second thing, the conference that was set at Imvelo was the conference about electing the leadership of the ANC, not to constitute government. The process that comes after, it's when the leadership of the ANC assess the government and on its own arrive at a decision as to how are we going to move forward as the ANC to ensure that we bring more oomph to the government to deliver the services, taking from the foundation that has been laid. So the issue is not about praise singing, but taking account on what Mema Ntombela she has done, and taking account on also where there have been weaknesses. So when the PS was saying to Mema Ntombela has laid the foundation, it means now somebody must now start to erect the wall. Somebody will come again and put the roof. That's the process of the ANC. In a soccer field, there's a one star who will score so many goals. In a process, after scoring so many goals, he will be taken out. Not because he has performed bad, but because we want to give other people a chance to continue that process so that he can be saved for another game. He could be saved for another assignment, and this is what is being happening with the redeployment. But removing people, that's what is going to cause perceptions. That you have said she has done so well, but you are removing her. No, she's not being removed. She is being redeployed. So the prerogative of composing the government lies with the Premier. He will come and discuss with us as the ANC. But he's the only one who will say, I changed the department, I changed these individuals in this manner. Not because they have not supported the current PEC. We are not giving individuals the right to change individuals that have had their own right to support whoever that they support in the conference of the ANC. Actually, it was good. It was one conference in the ANC that has never had for some times, where you have comrades contesting each other peacefully and freely without any intimidation and without any coercion that people will be expelled. So it is not true that people who have not voted for the current PC are being purged or are being removed. The fact of the matter is that the ANC has arrived at a point where we need to actually review the structure as to how are we going to serve our people better. Thank you.
Central TV.